Hello. As you know, recently it was my birthday, so I treated myself to a new deck, an oracle deck, of course. I have loads of tarot decks, so I am now working my way through the thousands and thousands of oracle decks. But this one is about something that's very dear to my heart because it's about embodying the Christ consciousness. Now, I know everybody probably thinks, oh, she's a dark one, she's into witchcraft and she's into hocus pocus and all that stuff. Well, yeah, I'm into anything esoteric and magical and whimsical. I'm into any of that. But something that's very, very dear to my own heart personally is using this life to embody the Christ consciousness, to bring healing to the world and to me and to everyone around me. So this deck, it's not the first one I've got on the subject, but she's one of my heroines. She is the feminine aspect of the Christ consciousness. The Christ is for all of us, and it is within all of us. We just have to be awake to it and to embody it. And so I got this deck, and it's this one, and it's just been released, and I've just received it a little bit later than my birthday, but she's here. So what I thought I would do is to learn this deck rather than sitting and reading them by myself, just for me. I thought I would read a card a day, or as much of a day as I can, considering I've got Wi-Fi that's up and down more than a bride's nightie. Yeah, I'm Christ consciousness based, but I'm not a prude. So I figured what I would do is I would pull one card a day, preferably in order, so that I can go through the book and I can read the book in order. And then at the end, I will attempt some readings. Now, in the book, there are 3 card spreads. There is the relationship spread, the personal path spread, the 12-petaled rose of the year spread. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to go into the 12-petaled rose of the year spread for anybody, but I may do the personal path and the relationship spread at the end of this project of reading one card from the book per day, or as close to per day as I am able to get it. Discipline not being my strongest point, but anyway, here we go. So the first card for today is number 1, Sarah, who is the daughter of Mary Magdalene and Jesus, or Yeshua, as his name was actually at the time. The Romans changed it to Jesus when they created the Bible, but never mind. His name was Yeshua, and he was filled with the Christ consciousness. He was a human, he was a man, he was a rabbi. The rabbi part we all know, but what we don't accept, what most people don't accept, was that to actually be a rabbi, he had to be 30 years old and also married. He couldn't be a rabbi without being married. important point in history, one that's mostly overlooked. But anyway, this is the first card. Sarah, his daughter, Mary Magdalene's daughter, in Sarah in the White Spring, and it says, fill your sacred chalice. So I've got no way to keep hold of this because I'm stood up doing this, but I'm going to try and hold it steady while I read to you. Okay, so there's the card, and I'm going to read it. Card 1, Sarah in the White Spring. Fill your sacred chalice. Your cup is waiting to be filled. Be discerning about what you allow to fill it. When Sarah and Joseph of Arimathea visited Glastonbury, they would have experienced the springs and the wells. In Roman times, they were simple stone structures, but still venerated as holy and extraordinary. 2 springs flow beneath Glastonbury Tor. One runs red with iron, the other white with calcium. These sacred waters of life have been frequented for their healing properties for thousands of years and continue to flow today. Magical wells, such as the legend of the prophetess Miriam's well, would have been known to Sarah. Abundant fresh water would follow Miriam and mysteriously appear to nourish and quench the thirst of the Israelites as they wandered through the desert. The legend says that the well gave forth its water when Miriam and 12 elder women went into the wilderness to sing songs from their hearts to the Shekinah. So long as Miriam lived as the divine feminine principle, the well was a fountain of living water that sustained her people. This source was of sustenance and strength dried up on her death. Today, there is a custom of placing a goblet of water on the table to represent Miriam's well. Its presence is an opportunity to honour the significance of Miriam and the role women play in the life of the Jewish people. You hold sovereignty over your grail. Don't be pressured to accept less than you deserve. Placing a chalice of sacred water by your bed is conducive to experiencing visions that will offer you answers. So there's a few things in that I like very much. There's the red and the white. The wells, one flows white, one flows red. And if you think back to the Celtic legend of Merlin, there was 2 dragons beneath the mound, one red, one white, that fought. And reading that, it brought that to mind. Was this connected? Was this actually connected? And because the Arthurian legend went on about about the Grail as it went further into it, and Mary Magdalene and Yeshua are about the Holy Grail. So let's see, the other one is the value of women, because once Christianity became a patriarchal thing, it changed and women became powerless. They became ornaments, chattels, belongings. And it's basically for the last 2,000 plus years been pretty much the same, and it really still is to some extent. Some cultures still do it and many don't, but the inculcation is still there. The idea is still in the heads of the place where a woman should be in respect to a man. So these are things that need to be changed, and this is why we go about judging, and we say, oh, she's no good, she's up to all kinds of stuff, that one, you know, or he's too domineering, he's way off centre, is a bully, is so domineering. These are the things that need to be changed. It's the attitudes that need to be changed within and without. So I like the idea of honouring the woman, because let's face it, without a woman, no man would survive. No man would make it beyond birth. There'd be far less men around if they didn't have a mother. So, okay. So, stupid pointing thing there, but you know, it's reasonable to say that a man is only here on this planet because of a woman. A baby can be made in a test tube, but that baby has to be nurtured within a womb of a woman, and no man would be here without the womb of a woman. So I'm going to stop there on that one and say bye-bye, and hope that was okay. Bye-bye.